order. If everyone will please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is charged with conducting hearings to determine whether an alleged violation of the city code has occurred. Decisions made by this quasi-judicial board will be based on the evidence and facts presented tonight. Our meetings are conducted in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order, and each case will begin with the city presenting its evidence of the alleged violation.
Microphone is on.
I'm not on? Oh, you're right, I'm not on. On now. Do I need to start over?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The November 10th meeting of the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, which we've already done. Ladies and gentlemen, the Municipal Code Enforcement Board is charged with conducting hearings to determine whether an alleged violation of the city code has occurred. Decisions made by this quasi-judicial board will be based on the evidence and facts presented tonight. Our meetings are conducted in accordance with Robert's Rules of Order, and each case will begin with the city presenting its evidence of the alleged violation. The respondent will then present his or her case. Both parties will have an opportunity to cross-examine all witnesses. The board members may question any witness. Comments by both parties must be relevant to the case. Persons wishing to speak will be given an opportunity to do so by the chairman and must address the board from the podium after giving their name and address. Upon request, copies of materials submitted by staff are available for review. Board members are reminded to obtain permission to speak from the chair, and questions of the city should be directed to the attorney for the city. At this time, I'll ask that all persons who expect to give testimony tonight to please stand and be sworn in by the city clerk.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony or evidence you're about to give or present is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
As per our usual, cases will be taken out of order depending on whether or not respondents are here. We do have one respondent tonight for old business, right?
Yes.
Okay, which will be taking that case first unless board members do have any objections, or whether or not Ernie has an objection. No objections?
I think also, I'm just trying to remind you, like if we have any knowledge about the case.
Yeah, I'll take care of that next, as soon as we get this order straightened out.
Oh, okay.
But thank you. Okay, so, next is ex parte communications. I'll now ask the members of the board if they've had any ex parte communications with anyone regarding any of the matters that are coming before the board this evening. If you've had verbal ex parte communications, please disclose the where, when, and with whom those communications occurred, as well as the sum and substance of those communications. If you received written ex parte communications, please disclose the form of the written communication, who sent you the communication, and the sum and substance of the communications. Start down this end with you, Rod.
Yes, I had none.
I've had none.
None.
I've had none.
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 Okay, thank you. Next item is the meeting minutes. Have all the board members received copies of the minutes?
Yes.
If the minutes are acceptable, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I move to approve the minutes.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Okay, so which is our first case tonight?
Case number 213784,
And that's under old
unfinished
unfinished business. Okay.
There's two. Three, actually.
Tell me the number again.
3784.
3784. Okay. City versus Natalie Ruth Holmes, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So case number 213784, City versus Natalie Bruce Holmes and Julie B. Talent for property located at 6112 East 110th Avenue. Deadline for compliance is November 10th, 2021. Natalie Holmes is here to speak to the board.
Please state your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Natalie Bailey. Address is 6112 East 110th Avenue. Holmes is my maiden name. So I am working with a contractor. We have pulled the electrical permit as of today. We need electrical, plumbing, and mechanical. So hopefully within the next couple of days, definitely 30 days, we would have the other two pulled.
Okay, so you're just telling us that, or is there something that you want?
Oh, can I have an extra 30 days?
Is that what you're asking for?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
thank you. So the respondent has asked for an extension of 30 days. Board, what's your pleasure?
Yes, I'll make a motion to extend.
Okay, before you do that, does anybody have any additional questions
I'm
for the?
just curious, what caused the delay? Any explanation?
So we redid our bathrooms, and what's caused the delay since the last time? We had to find a contractor who was willing to come in and, find quotes. And so that's what's taken so long, I guess, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how many contractors did you talk to?
3 or 4. Yeah, a lot of them are busy, don't have, couldn't come out until December. So we actually had 2 come out. One of them said they weren't gonna do it because they didn't do the work. And then the second one agreed to do it.
And you have the materials.
Yes.
Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to extend in case number 213784, City versus Natalie Ruth Holmes and Julia Town, with the violation of the permit, section 8-28-A, subsection 1, to extend it for 30 days.
Need a
Till,
date.
till our next meeting on December 8th,
Okay, we have
2021.
a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. So you've been granted a 30-day extension. If something happens, you're not done, you're not in compliance, we'll see you on December 8th,
Okay,
okay?
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Have a good night. Okay, so we will be back to the first page of our agenda, starting with case number 21-3594.
Yes. Case number 21-3594, City versus A&T Hospitality Tampa LLC for the property located at 13294 Telecom Drive. The case is before the board based on alleged violation of Section 81668B Minimum Standards, Commercial Sanitation Garbage. Case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Lori Smith. City has evidence that the notice of hearing and notice of violation were both properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, board members. Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on July the 8th, 2021. My inspection revealed the rear dumpster enclosure gate in disrepair. At that time, I left a door hanger with the reinspection date of July the 23rd, 2021. My inspection on the 8th of August, 2021 revealed no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with the compliance date of August 31st, 2021. Affidavit of service was delivered by hand to the front desk manager, Ethan Centino. My inspection on October 25th, 2021 revealed no change. At this time, I would like to submit photographic evidence that was taken by me on the 28th of October showing the violation.
We'll accept that, thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows a rear dumpster enclosure gate in disrepair. Mr. Chairman, as of today's date, the site is now in compliance. At this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance, and I'm just looking for a finding.
We'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, the respondent's not here, right? Okay, so, no questions for the respondents, since they're not here, I will entertain a motion.
I'll take this one.
Thank you.
Okay, case number 21-3594. I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace Code did exist on the property located at 13294 Telecom Drive, Code Section 8-166, subsection 8, subsection B. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and a notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that no fine be imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second? Second. Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Next case is case number 21-3691, City versus Abel, Pino, Lopez for the property located at 5307 Rainbow Drive. The case is before the board based on alleged violation of Section 12921, parking residential property, and Section 103B, sanitation grass weeds. Case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Jose Silva. City has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were both properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, board members. Jose Silva, Co-Compliance Officer. This case originated proactively July 12, 2021. My inspection at the time noted overgrown yard grass and yard parking. This time I completed notice of violation with a compliance date of July 16, 2021. I posted notice at the home as well as City Hall, also mailed copies both certified and regular mail to the registered owner. My inspection on July 27, 2021 noted the yard grass still overgrown and yard parking occurring. An inspection on August 8th and September 24th also show overgrown grass and yard parking. This time I'd like to submit photographic evidence. I have 4 photos. Notice posted at the door, yard parking and overgrown grass taken July 27th, August 8th, and September 24th.
We'll accept that, thank you.
As of today's date, the property is in compliance. I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance.
Very good. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
I'll do this one.
Thank you.
In case number 213691, I move the city has proven by greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace code did exist on the property located at 5307 Rainbow Drive. Applicable code section 12-921. This motion is based on a sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there will be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
We do have a respondent present for unfinished.
All right, let's get through this next case.
Okay.
And then we'll get him sworn in, and we'll take care of him.
Case number 214324, City versus JR Premier Properties, LLC, for the property located at 608 Courtney Drive. Case is before the board based on alleged violation of Section 828A1, permits application required. Case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Jose Silva. City has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were both properly served.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. Jose Silva, Co-Compliance Officer. This case originated on August 9, 2021 from a stop work order list from Community Development requesting a notice of violation to be completed, reference the open stop work orders at the residence. The general contractor removed himself from the job and the work was conducted without permits. This time I completed a notice of violation with a compliance date of August 20th, 2021. The home was not occupied, so I posted a notice at the home as well as City Hall, also mailed copies, both certified, regular mail to the address of the registered owner. On August 30th, 2021, I spoke with the owner, Alicia, by phone and advised her per the building official, new permits will need to be issued due to the previous contractor removing himself from the job. She advised me she is aware of it and working on a new contractor to pull permits. On October 25, 2021, I ascertained from Community Development no permits have been obtained for the interior renovation, new windows, and stucco. I also checked tonight, this afternoon, again with Community Development, still no permits have been pulled. This time I'd like to submit 3 photographs of the notice posted at the door, wall stucco, and new window, along with the 2 stop work orders for interior rental and windows and stucco.
We'll accept that, thank you.
This time is still out of compliance.
So if I understand the timeline, starting back in August, the work was being conducted without a permit,
Correct,
and then the contractor that was conducting the work without a permit removed himself from the job,
correct.
and then she's either doing it herself or whatever, but she still hasn't got any permits.
That is correct, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
What does she need to get, what kind of permits?
Interior renovation and 1 for stucco and windows.
Okay. She's changing the whole thing to,
From the photos, you can see there's new window and stucco on the outside of the residence, which you need a permit for that.
So the,
she's not present here? No?
No,
so the work's been completed,
yes, sir,
and she completed it without,
without permits.
Interior and exterior?
Interior and the stucco and the wall, windows.
All the work's been finished.
Have you talked to her recently at all? What's
The
going on?
last time was on August 30th when I spoke with her.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll try that.
Thank you.
In case number 21-4324, I move that the city has proven by the greater weight of the evidence, the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace City Code exists on the property located at 608 Courtney Driveway, with the violation of code permits required 8-28 subsection A subsection 1. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, Jose Silva, and other witnesses, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavit, and the notice of violation, all which received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that said violation be corrected on or before December 8th, 2021. If the respondent does not comply with the order on or before the day they are ordered to pay a fine each and every day the violation continue past the date set for compliance. Upon considering the following factors: the gravity of the violation, any actions taken by the violator to correct the violations, any previous violation committed by the violator, I move that the fine be $50 per day.
Okay, before I ask for a second, I do have a point of order. I just need you to correct the address. You said Courtney Drive Way, and the address is actually Courtney Drive.
Courtney Drive, yes.
So just say that the entire address over again, please.
Okay, the address of the property is 608 Courtney Drive.
Thank you. So we have a motion. Do we have a second?
second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case, please.
Next case, we will now go to unfinished business to hear that respondent. Case number 210786, City versus James L. Evans and Joyce A.G. Evans for the property located at 11305 East Queensway Drive. The extended deadline for compliance is tonight at midnight. He was not sworn in, so if he would like to speak.
If you plan on speaking, we need to get you sworn in. Okay.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony or evidence you're about to give?
The first case under new business, old business.
Nothing but the truth.
Okay. Yeah, come on up. I mean, you're the fireplace guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all letting me come back in. I didn't even realize I was supposed to be here tonight, but thank goodness Lori called me and keep me up to date. My health has just been very poor lately, and financially has been a burden. But I'm in a dispute with the insurance company. I met with representatives Monday of this week, and we're gonna do a resubmittal, which we started yesterday. I have been working on it consistently, as much as my health will allow. I've been in and out of the hospital like twice, but I've got all the brick cleaned up that collapsed. I've got it loaded into a trailer. I've been loading it one at a time, but I've got it done. I've got enough, I think, to fix the wall behind where the chimney used to be. We're not gonna go back in with the chimney. The foundation or the frame the chimney sat on has been removed. I've gotten it out of there. And I'm to the point now, and I've got a permit to put like the 5 sheets of plywood. I've bought 6 sheets, and I've got them stored in my garage. Fortunately, my first sheet of plywood is $50 for 1 sheet of plywood. And I'm down to like, the last sheet I bought was 14. So it's been a major savings there by waiting a little while.
So
But anyway, I'm
prices
still
go down?
plowing along.
The price of the plywood went down?
Yeah, it went down.
how about that?
I was amazed. It may be back up now, but this was about 3 weeks ago. I went
And
back.
say keep that 6th sheet for your IRA.
Yeah, I was amazed. I couldn't believe it because I'm sure y'all want to hear all this, but I was at Lowe's and it was still like over $40 a sheet. And I went to Home Depot for something for my daughter, and they had it on sale for, I think it was like $16 a sheet, over half of what Lowe's was. And I was like,
So if I could summarize, the work that's left is to get the sheething back on the roof.
just to get the sheeting back on the
Get the
roof, and I'm
roof.
gonna put roll roofing on it at this
Okay.
time, just so I can, I'm trying to put aside enough money, because I really need, the whole roof is just beat up. It's got wind damage and all kinds of stuff. That's where we're kind of in a dispute with the insurance company, and I don't wanna just repair 20 square foot, 100 square, 50 square, 75 square feet, 2 squares of shingles kind of, and then have it not match the rest of the roof. I wanna try to at least get the front of the roof done, if nothing else. But it's just, my wife and I are both on Social Security, and I'm putting away money as fast as I can. That's probably
doing the
her
work
wanting to know
yourself?
where I'm at. And I'm doing what I can myself to save money, everything I can. Even the contractor I met with Monday, along with the adjuster.
Realistically, what do you think the
The
odds?
adjuster told me it could be as long as 3 months to work with the insurance company. But my wife and I put enough money, at least I've got the plywood now, and if I can get somebody to get up on the roof with me, we can probably get that much of it done. I'm as far as doing the stuff that I want to do.
So do you think, despite the fact that you're in dispute with the insurance company, you think the physical work can be done within the next 30 days?
With Thanksgiving and everything, I'm going to say it's possible. I would be happy to come back and give you an update if I don't do it. I'm going to resubmit, and I'm going to do what I can do to move it along. 'Cause it's such a ridiculous thing to me. I can't believe I can put a whole roof on in the time it's taking me to fix this one spot.
And
But
there's no, the roof is covered, it's not leaking?
yeah, I've got it covered. That's the thing. When I get the plywood up there, then I can put roll roof on, and I can get that stupid tarp off the house.
Okay.
Anyway, that's what I came to tell you.
Any other questions for the respondent?
Just curious, so if the rolled roofing, that would bring it into compliance, is that?
Well, it's just to replace where the 3 sheets of plywood got ripped off when the chimney collapsed.
Right.
Rather than, the shingles aren't gonna match no matter what I do, so I have to replace the shingles. But rather than buy shingles, then tear them right back off, I'd rather just put roll roofing, which is solid and will hold up until I get the money put aside, or I get the settlement with the insurance, so I can go ahead and finish the roof and do it all to
Making
match.
Sure with code compliance that
Yeah.
So it would be
No, it
the-
doesn't match, it's still acceptable.
Be the roof and the exterior wall would have to come into compliance for us to close out this case.
Yeah, but his question is him putting rolled roofing, does that bring the roof portion into compliance?
What kind of, do you have shingles up there now, sir?
Yeah, they're 30 years
It
old.
would have to be completely shingled and everything. to be-
Okay, so,
Well, I can put something up there that doesn't match, I guess.
Is there any safety issues in the?
No, not really. There's nothing that can fall on you.
I'm asking,
no.
nothing, no safety issues, so.
Not at this
thir-
point.
30 days, an additional 30 days will be
Yeah.
all right with the code enforcement.
Yeah, I started the paperwork last night to do the resubmittal, so.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to create more problems for you.
No.
Just want to make sure that
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah,
you
it's,
do.
it's a relatively, it's probably not even a full square, maybe a square and a half, I'm thinking, but I just know that I can't get anything like what I got up there kind of deal, so it's just gonna be ugly. I just figured, I put roll roofing up there, that's easy, it's permanent, and it doesn't hurt, it'll protect the house. And then I can just replace everything when I put the shingles on.
You can do like one of my neighbors did. He didn't like the color of his roof, so he painted his entire roof
Oh.
red. So shingles. So I don't-
I'm not that desperate yet, so.
okay. Any other questions for the respondent? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion. Did you have anything?
No, that's, I just want to tell you, I was actually
you can-
unable to attend the last time, so I had to come up.
I
Thank
would
you.
like to make a motion in the unfinished business for case number 21-0786, City versus James Joyce, A.J. Evans, for the violation of section 8-102, subsection 13, subsection B, exterior wall maintained in good repair, and section 102.13, subsection C, roof maintained in good repair, and section 8-102.13, subsection A, foundation structure. Move to extend for 30 days for this case, and on December 8, 2021.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion?
Just quick clarification, what's being moved, just for the record, is the deadline date.
The deadline, sorry, yeah. We're moving the deadline date to December 8th, 2021.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. So you got until December 8th. Just so you know, if it isn't done, you'll be back, yeah. Yeah.
Set up here by then.
So, and it sounds like, the rolled roofing, while it's practical, will not bring that roof into compliance, so.
I'll probably still put the roll roofing up and then just cover it with shingles.
Okay, yeah. Just want to try to save you some work. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Hope you're feeling better. Next case, please.
Okay, the next case will be case number 214541, City versus A&T Hospitality Tampa LLC for the property located at 13294 Telecom Drive. Case is before the board based on alleged violation of Section 1034 Sanitation, keep premises clean. Case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Lori Smith. City has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were both properly served.
Good evening again, Mr. Chairman, board members. Lori
Just
Smith,
before you
co-compliance.
start, Lori, just so everybody's on the same page, we're back to the new cases. The page 2 of your agenda.
41, 45.
Yeah, 45, 41. Thank you, Lori.
No problem, sir. This case originated proactively August the 18th, 2021. My inspection revealed 2 large piles of tree trimming outside the rear dumpster enclosure. At that time, I left a door hanger with the compliance date of the 26th of August, 2021. My inspection on August the 30th, 2021 revealed no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of the 20th of September, 2021. Affidavit of service was delivered by hand to Assistant Manager Angel Maxwell. My inspection on October the 25th, 2021 revealed no change. At this time, I would like to submit photographic evidence of the violations taken by me on October the 26th, 2021.
I'll accept those, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Exhibit number 1 shows the debris accumulation outside the dumpster enclosure. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance. At this time, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance that I'm just looking for a finding.
Thank you, we'll accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Can do this one.
Thank you.
In case number 21-4541, I move the city is proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace City Code did exist at the property located at 13294 Telecom Drive, violation section 10-34, sanitation, keep premises clean. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the Code Enforcement Officer, Lori Smith, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of the hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Case number 215306, City versus RCLB Residential LLC for the property located at 6634 Glencoe Drive. Case is before the board based on alleged violation of Section 10(3)B sanitation grass weeds, Section 8(102)13C roofs maintained in good repair, Section 8(102)13B exterior walls maintained in good repair, and Section 1034 sanitation keep premises clean. Case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Director Tom Baroni. City has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing are both properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, Tom Baroni, Code Compliance. This case this evening originated proactively on September 20th, 2021. My inspection that morning noted overgrown grass and weeds, unmanicured vines on the exterior walls, staining on the exterior walls, driveway with accumulation of vegetation, debris and tree debris on the roof. Being that the property is unoccupied, a notice of violation was prepared that same day with a compliance date of October 5th, 2021. I posted the notice at the front door of the violation as well as the owner's primary address
I also requested a copy to be sent out certified in first-class mail. I also requested a copy to be posted at City Hall for the 10-day requirement. My reinspection on the 22nd of October noted that all the violations remained out of compliance. At this time, I would like to submit photographic evidence taken by me of the violations on October 25th, 2021. Exhibit number 1 shows the front door posting of the notice letter. Exhibit number 2 shows the overgrown grass in the city right-of-way. Exhibit number 3 shows the roof cluttered with leaves and tree debris. Exhibit number 4 shows staining on vines on the exterior walls. Exhibit number 5 shows leaves and vegetation in the driveway. I'd like to submit at this time.
Thank you. We'll accept those.
As of November 5th, the inspection, all the violations have been corrected. Therefore, I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance.
They were busy. Thank you. We'll accept that.
So we had 5 violations, he corrected all of them.
Yes, he did. Yep.
Any other questions for the code officer?
Thank you. Thank you.
Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion. You got it, Bill? Thank you.
In case number 21-5306, I move that the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace Code did exist on the property located at 6634 Glencoe Drive. The code violation sections are 10-3, subsection B, 8-102, subsection 13, subsection C, 8-102, subsection 13, subsection B, and section 10-34. Did I get all of them? I think that's all.
Yes,
did.
you did. Excellent.
This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from Code Enforcement Director Tom Baroni, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Next case, please.
Case number 21-5325, City versus Sam Raffay for the property located at 11902 North 53rd Street. Cases before the board based on alleged violation of Section 12861E6, fences appearance. Case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Lori Smith. City has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were both properly served.
Good evening. Lori Smith, Code Compliance. This case originated proactively on September the 21st, 2021. My inspection revealed the front yard white vinyl fence in disrepair and was stained with green mildew. I left a door hanger with the reinspection date of September the 28th, 2021. My reinspection on October the 6th, 2021 revealed no change. Therefore, a notice of violation was prepared with a compliance date of October the 18th, 2021. Affidavit of service was obtained by hand to Russia Rafai. My inspection on the 25th of October 2021 revealed no change. At this time, I would like to submit photographic evidence of the violation that was taken by me on October the 28th, 2021.
We'll accept those. Thank you.
Exhibit number 1 shows the south side fence in disrepair. Exhibit number 2 shows the north side fence in disrepair. Exhibit number 3 shows the front yard fence stains. As of today's date, the site is now in compliance, and at this time, I would like to submit an affidavit of compliance. I'm just looking for a finding.
Thank you. We'll accept that. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll do this.
Thank you.
In case number 21-5325, I move the city has proven by a greater weight of the evidence the following violation of the City of Temple Terrace Code did exist on the property located at 11902 North 53rd Street, applicable code section 12861E6. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board has received from the code enforcement officer, along with any evidence, including photos, affidavit, and notice of violation, or which is received and entered as part of the record for this hearing. I further move that there be no fine imposed because the violation was brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. Next case, please.
Case number 215531, City versus 2018-1 IH Bar LP for the property located at 5313 Rainbow Drive. Case is before the board based on alleged violation of Section 12860 and operative outdoor storage equipment. Case will be prosecuted this evening by Code Compliance Officer Jose Silva. City has evidence that the notice of violation and notice of hearing were both properly served.
Thank you.
Good evening, board members. Again, Jose Silva, Co-Compliance Officer. This case originated on September 29, 2021. My inspection noted an inoperative vehicle parked in the driveway of the residence with 2 flat tires and an expired registration. I left a door hanger with a compliance date of October 2nd, 2021. My inspection on October 6, 2021 revealed no change, so the notice of violation was completed with a compliance date of October 16, 2021. Posted notice at the home as well as City Hall. Also mailed copies, both certified and regular, first class, to the registered owner and agent. On October 18th, I inspected the property and noted that 2 flat tires of the vehicle were now aired, but the registration was still expired. This time I'd like to submit photographic evidence taken by me. The notice posted at the door, and on October 18th, the vehicle in the driveway with the flat tires and the expired registration.
Accept those, thank you.
As of today's date, the property is in compliance. Tag is current. There's air in the tires. I'd like to submit an affidavit of compliance.
Accept that, thank you. Any questions for the code officer? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll get this one.
Thank you.
In case number 21-5531, I move that the city is proven by a greater weight of evidence that the following violations of the City of Temple Terrace Code did exist on the property located at 5313 Rainbow Drive, sections 12-860. This motion is based on the sworn testimony this board received from Code Enforcement Officer, along with any other evidence, including photos, affidavits, and the notice of violation, all of which is received and entered as part of the record of this hearing. Further move that there be no fine imposed because the violations were brought into compliance prior to the date of this hearing.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays, motion carries. That concludes our new business. We move on to unfinished business, please.
Okay. So we'll go to the second case on unfinished. Case number 210846, City versus Carlos Reynoso for the property located at 308 Springdale Place. An affidavit of compliance was submitted by Officer Silva for Section 8-102-13C dated November 3rd, 2021. Case number 211230, City versus Robert L. Perry and Dorothy L. Perry for the property located at 6312 Jacqueline Arbor Drive. An affidavit of compliance was submitted by Officer Smith for Section 12861E6 dated October 26, 2021. Case number 211856, City versus Alma Aponte for the property located at 101 Deer Park Avenue. Deadline for compliance is December 8th, 2021. Case number 213728, City versus Craig Brunstein for the property located at 418 Ferncliff Avenue. An affidavit of noncompliance was submitted by Officer Silva for Section 828A1 dated October 14th, 2021. Case number 213781, City versus Item 617 LLC for the property located at 6127 East 111th Avenue. An affidavit of compliance was submitted by Officer Smith for Section 828A1 dated November 2nd, 2021. And then we already heard that case. We'll move to the next one. Case number 213797, City versus John P. Ziegler for the property located at 306 South Burlingame Avenue. The deadline for compliance is tonight at midnight. Case number 213858, City versus B and Empire LLC for the property located at 11009 North 56th Street. Deadline for compliance is tonight at midnight. Case number 214196, City versus Lisa R. Crenshaw Life Estate for the property located at 8535 Queen Brooks Court. An affidavit of compliance was submitted by Director Brony for Section 810213B dated November 9th. Case number 214556, City versus Peninsula Holding Group LLC for the property located at 533 Broxburn Avenue. The deadline for compliance is November 10th, 2021. Case number 214897, City versus Adelwin LLC for the property located at 405 Park Ridge Avenue. The deadline for compliance is November 10th, 2021.
Mouthful, thank you. We have any other board action? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. We do have one item under new business.
I'm sorry, I missed that. I wanted to see an update from you on the lien.
Well, that's all part of this.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there. If I don't answer your questions, feel free to ask, okay? So, under new business, we have some proposed changes to the MCEB rules of procedures. I'm gonna ask, Ernie to go through each one of the yellowed items that each one of you should have got. A lot of this was driven by, the change that, the ordinance that passed upon proper second reading at the last meeting to, change slightly the procedures for lien reductions. Lien reductions on the front end aren't changing at all. It's just who's actually reviewing the lien reductions, which will now be in the capable hands of Ernie and our legal team here at Temple Terrace. As a result of that, there were some changes that needed to be made to our rules of procedure. And as you recall, we did change the time of our meeting from 6:30 to 6, so that needs to be ratified in the rules of procedure as well, along with some other things. Ernie, it's all yours.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, as the chair pointed out, the first change, proposed change to your rules of procedure is in Article 5 under meetings, and I merely changed the starting time of the meetings from 6:30 to 6 o'clock, as was already voted on a few months ago. The next change is in Article 7 regarding voting, and I just happened to notice that it said a quorum of at least 4 members, which may include alternate members, must be present in order to vote. I struck the to vote and put in for the MCEB to take action, which is really more appropriate, kind of more broader. You guys have to have a quorum in order to take action, which more than just voting.
And the quorum is 4, right?
Yes.
So there was no change, it's just, it's grammar. Cosmetics.
Yeah, it's more technicality. It's more than just voting. You're not going to be able to take.
Oh,
any
I got
action
you.
until you have, unless you have a quorum.
Got you.
And then the, bulk of the changes is in Article 12, which was previously titled Liens and Foreclosures. And I changed the title of that to Review of Outstanding MCEB Liens for Possible Foreclosure. And then all the striking, 6 paragraphs, all encompassed what was the previous lien reduction process, and I just merely struck that. And then left the remainder, which is the review for potential foreclosures, which remains unchanged. Those are the only changes.
Any questions? Rod, did we answer all your questions?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else have any new business?
In order to change those rules of procedure, it'll take a motion and.
Okay. Okay, if there are no additional questions on the items highlighted in yellow, the changes, I will entertain a motion to approve the additions and changes.
So I move to accept the additions and changes to the Municipal Code Board Enforcement Board rules and procedures that were presented tonight.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? Second. Motion and second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No nays. Motion carries. Any other new business? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, please.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned, gentlemen, thank you.
Record time, 45 minutes.
The record
46 minutes.
I thought it would be quick.